Hi there, and welcome to my channel. Here I share my goals, victories, and struggles that I face in life, my contradictions about what I love and don't love, and how I go about it. Hi there, again in my kitchen. Yes, yesterday I was making a start to get rid of the mess, but then when before it is finished, then you have to eat, to cook, and things like that. And then when it was ready, I didn't feel like going on with it. My son always has to do the dishes, but he's 14 and I don't expect him to do it perfect. And I didn't do it afterwards, the things that I should do. So I'm going again today. There was something that I noticed for myself yesterday. It was my first video that I was so full in camera side. I noticed like my shoulders, I'm walking like this instead of this. I know I do that, but when you see it on camera, I don't like it. So sometimes I saw like YouTube little videos, they say, what changed by me in positive way when I start filming? Maybe things like that will do. And I saw another film and it was telling me, if you don't want to edit so much, then why don't you go live? Well, I was already going live because I wanted to watch myself and get used to the camera, like I told you yesterday. And what you see now is just another day of my life. I have to do the dishes again. But I'm working on a little bit organizing my house. When you see the news and things like that, I don't follow the news that much because it will depress me. But if I hear around me that there's a really threat of like a third world war, I think you have to prepare a little bit for that. The best way to prepare is in your head. Stay positive. And if you get depressed from the news, don't watch it. Unless you can do something about it, but if you can, why watch it all? On the other hand, like a lot of preppers say, you have to watch the news because otherwise you don't know what is happening. A couple of years ago, I watched a lot of like those prepper guys. It was kind of like a hobby for me, just to watch what they did and prepare and things like that. And then Corona hit, and I had enough food in the home to watch, so I eat it later. But if you don't know this, then maybe the thing you should prepare is like your all over condition. It's not that good with me, you know, like the muscles and the condition is better, and things like not going behind on household chores. Because when your vacuum cleaner is working, it's much easier than when the power goes out and it isn't working anymore. So maybe I will get the kitchen clean today. And I have to do the windows. But your watching is like a kind of slow living, you could say. But I don't think it's slow. You have to do a lot, and it's not slow to do a lot. When I film this, I think nobody cares. Nobody watches this. And I think I will make a channel of it, just to try it out. If you want to see what I'm doing. I can imagine that. I won't watch it. Yes, I will watch it for myself, and I see my shoulders like this. But on the other hand, the most beautiful YouTube videos are made by AI. They're fake. And I think a lot of people don't like fake anymore. The thing I'm already thinking for years, when I see President Trump saying something, it's just such a typical character that I think for years they are faking him. Not always, but even in the official videos, sometimes I wonder if it is him or not. But I don't know, I don't have proof. But you don't have proof that it is him either. And you get used to doing the dishes. Some people think it's relaxing. Maybe I should see it that way. As relaxing. I still wear the gloves because my problem on my hands isn't over yet. And you do the dishes, you can think about your day, about your dreams. And you think about your dreams too much. Doing the dishes, then you think, when am I going to work on that dreams? Because the dishes has to be done. Sometimes you can think some stupid things. I have a really great kitchen. It's big. There was a day that my husband was told by the doctors that he has celiac. I don't know how you call it in English, but you cannot afford to eat gluten. And the gluten are in like bread and everything that has wheat in it. Then I was really happy with my big kitchen because the big kitchen was split in two halves when we noticed that. And the one half, that's where I am when I'm not on the side of the camera. We gave it to my husband because he has it in such a serious form that he couldn't handle when there was bread on his side, or even when you touch bread and then you touch his food. So that's why we had two sides of it. But then there was a day that we were in like a Bible pray, and we were reading about how people got healed. I don't know what scripture we were reading, but then my husband always said, I don't have to go to like a healer, like a prayer healer that's going on the stage and telling everybody to heal. He always says, when it happens to me, it will happen to me in a small circle of people that I trust. And that day, he said, well, if that is true, like we're reading now, then I'm the volunteer to pray for. And we did it. We prayed with him, with a couple of people, and he got healed. After that, he could eat bread, and I'm really happy for that. But still, he's claiming his side of the kitchen. He's getting used to it. But now, the difference is, that's the place where we keep the bread. That's so nice. When he was healed, he was saying, okay, now God healed me and I can eat everything again. And now I'm going to fast because now I can eat for God give me everything to eat now, and now I will stop eating it for him. It was a special time. It was years and years ago. He never had a problem again. from the celiacy. But after that, we never he never fasted again because he has, you know, how do you call it? Labor, you know, physical labor. So it was so heavy for him, and he never set it aside, and he always worked. But lately, we changed his mind. I told you yesterday that he was saying, Lord, I want to be ready for you. I want to be there for you, but my planner is full. So we fasted, and he was really setting everything aside for that. It was really special, because this time we did the fast together. And now, when I told you the problem that I have on my hands, I also have it on my feet. I have it for years, and in the time that we fasted, it started to heal. It isn't healing, it is still healing, it's getting better every day. I do use like some cream from the store. It is for that, but for years it didn't work, and now it works. So I think it's pretty special. Excuse me, I'm not too, but not all well. But it will go okay. So I think it's a little bit special. I like it. So now I will put the clothes out because it's not really handy for drying. So I thank God for my my healing hands and my healing feet, because what I had, it was like, yeah, you could call it a little parasite, and it drains me from my energy. Maybe that's why I'm not too well today, because my healing process of my feet, my hands, it also takes a little bit energy, but I'm really glad it's healing. You know, there are days that I think I like to be like a minimalist. Don't have too much stuff. But I also want to be a maximalist, because I like stuff. Recognize? I already think I have to put my shoulders back. It's better. But I don't really want to be a minimalist. I like stuff. I like the coziness of it. But I just don't like the work. Well, that wasn't clean enough. Well, I put my towel in the wash today. Because I don't like the household chores. And how much the more stuff you have, the more work it is. On the other hand, a lot of stuff is handy. So it's just like the chicken and the egg. What comes first? What is wisdom? I don't know. I'm rambling, and I? Because I'm just talking to myself. I don't even talk to the camera. I'm talking to me. I don't think that's too bad. I wonder if I go and make a YouTube channel of it and go ahead and post it. And if I'm going to post it, I really, really would be surprised if somebody would watch it till the end. I can imagine it, the rambling in the kitchen. I'm rambling too long. We have a water filter because we don't trust the water from the now come on, you know, the tap, and the water from the water filter is more, it's nicer, it's a better taste.